Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Anime Declassified, hosted by AnimeSecrets.org. This is Anthony Davis, and we're back again for another exciting episode. Well, episodes actually for Chainsaw Man. But I'm not alone in this journey. Come, my friends, join.
Man, you're really getting good at making those chainsaw noises, I gotta say.
Thank you.
Also, hi, I'm Rizwan Merchant of AnimeSecrets.org, and I am really excited to be here for this two-part episode review.
I'm Clarissa Healy. I am the #1 power fangirl, and I wish I could marry her and give her all of the blood that she could ever want in little Capri Sun IV bag juice boxes.
Yeah, get in line for that one.
I love a lot of it because she's kind of she's kind of the star of the show for this arc a little bit. She's the focus, I would say.
Pretty much, yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
the star of this episode. Episodes, I should say. So basically, we're just going right back to what happened last week's episode. Well, actually, no, the week's episodes because we're doing two reviews. So Power killed the devil in the last episode, caused a lot of blood and guts just everywhere. What's funny about this though is that like she blames Denji, saying that it was Denji's idea. He was the one that like suggested I do it, but I was going by what he told me because she's afraid of Makima, and like Denji's just like, wait, what? Why did you lie on me like that? And so there are a few interesting things that we learn about devils is that devils actually have we learned from Makima, by the way, that devils are more or less created through the fear of pretty much like humanity. So say for instance, the the more fear of a certain object or thing or anything in general will make the devil stronger. Say for instance, if you're afraid of spiders, the spider devil is going to be like, I guess, this massive powerful thing that could annihilate anything. And hence why when you saw the tomato devil, you saw it was kind of weak. It wasn't really all that strong. But then you see the zombie devil later on. That thing was pretty, menacing looking. So it honestly depends on what type of fear you have, because there's essentially a devil for anything if you're afraid of it. What are your thoughts on? What are you guys' thoughts on that? By the way,
I think it's cool. It reminded me of so I'm a fan of the have you ever heard of the Ys series by Falcom? It is a very long-running kind of action RPG series. And in the third game, Ys 3, The Oath in Felghana, which is on, highly recommended, by the way. Main monsters that are manifested by and from people's nightmares. So they're like things people have seen in their dreams that have broken over into the physical dimension.
Oh, wow.
And so that's why some things are just like a weird little goblin, or sometimes like it's this big freakish worm thing with a million teeth. Because, people are scared of different things, but they all come from the same place of fear, and specifically in your dreams. And I thought that, I don't know, it's a cool touch. I always like stuff like that.
Very interesting. Riz?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I whatever Clarissa said pretty much sums up the idea of what I was gonna say. So I don't know if I want to repeat myself there, but yeah, definitely really cool.
Yeah, and this explanation was actually given to us by Makima when she was driving. Maki was driving her, I guess, somewhere. Then it was given the exposition. That's how we got this exposition of how devils can pretty much exists, and like you can basically say that like the scarier the fear is, the more powerful the devil is. So like we could have like anything can happen really. You can have like a freaking like a moth devil. You have like you know a balloon devil, because there might be people who are afraid of balloons. You never know. Like just things like that in general, just also very interesting. That like it also goes to show you that these creatures actually really do feed off of humanity's fear, and it's like you imagine like the scariest things possible being like the higher tier devils, because like that could be like how can you stop something like something that is that powerful, you know what I mean?
Like if it's a devil of like disease or something.
Yeah,
people
like
do
pestilence devil, or
Yeah,
like
that's some crazy implications.
like a devil. If there was a devil of weakness or something, or atrophy, like your body getting weaker and you not being able to use it or something.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking?
I wonder if there's a demon for getting older, because that's my number one fear right now.
You and me both. You and me both. So later on, basically, I think Denji and Power were like, I guess, assigned to like another thing. But in this episode, Power makes a very interesting proposition to Denji. She says, "Hey, my cat is basically taken from me from this like devil or whatever. So like, could you like help me out with that or whatever?" And he's like, "Okay, I don't really care about your cat or whatever like that. Don't bother me with that crap." And she says, "Listen, I'll let you touch one of my, how can I say this without making it PG?
I'll listen to some of my goods.
The goods, like the
You can just use the word. We can just
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, Copperfield.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Rick, you know what?" He's like, "You know what? That devil, how dare he take that precious cat from you? I will murderize that thing for you." It's just so funny. He's so edgy, he's so hyperactive after that. He's so
Denji,
animated.
aka a man who knows his priorities.
Well, it's not even just priorities, honestly. Like I said in a previous podcast, it might have been episode 1 or episode 2. I think it was episode 2. And I was saying that I think Denji is very touch starved. Not touch starved in that he wants to like touch, the goods, but he's touch starved in that he's never had any physical intimacy. And so he yearns it so much that when he gets an opportunity like this to even cop a feel, yeah, he's gonna go for it because I mean, up until then, his entire life consisted of one demon dog.
I
His
mean, let's
father
face it.
came in death.
If Power told me I got to cop a feel if I got her cat back and I just had to kill a giant horrible demon, I'd be on the way in my truck with my shotgun.
Just ram that mug over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's valid. I'm just throwing out the other perspective that
Oh no, I love it.
yeah. Because the thing I've seen in fandom about
I love it.
this,
And that comes up later.
yeah, because a lot of people are calling Denji kind of perverted or gross or whatever for being that excited, but
well,
I kind of look at
he's
it from
also
his point of view.
he also like hormonal, like he's a teenager, isn't he?
He's 16.
He's
Yeah,
16?
no, he's a
okay. Yeah, that's expected.
Yeah. He's 16. He never went to school. He's been on, like I said, he's been living pretty much like on his own, like barely making men's meat. So I can understand why he acts the way he acts and does things the way he does. Because I'm pretty sure that if Denji was in a very better environment growing up, he probably would have been like a really outstanding kind of guy, really. But that'd been too boring. So like, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. The
So
Denji we have is the Denji we deserve.
yeah, definitely. So Power basically tells Denji that if me approaching the house, I get too close, you know, the Bat Devil's gonna basically eat my cat or whatever. And as they're approaching the house, which the house is like basically like on this up this hill, and it's like in the middle of nowhere basically. And Denji and Power are walking towards the house, and Denji's like, "Wait, hold on a second. You said that if you get too close to this house, your cat's gonna be in danger. Why are you approaching this house so close?" And she's like, "Oh wow, you're right. I did say that." And then look at each other. And next thing you know, like before Denji even gets a chance to really strike Power, Power knocks him out with a blood hammer, and he's out like a light. And we're just like, what? He's like, yeah, I probably messed that one up. And she just dragged his body into the house, and we see this Bat Devil, and this thing is freaking huge. And he's like, "Oh, you brought me a human finally. Thank you." Because like basically what happened was that Power had her cat taken. Yes, that was true. However, the cat was only a bargaining chip because the Bat Devil wanted her to bring a Bat Devil wanted Power to bring a human that he can eat it and can eat whoever and consume him, so that way he can get his strength back. And she was just looking for any kind of like sap to just come up there and offer themselves up for lunch, basically. If it wasn't Denji, it'd been somebody else.
Yeah, definitely. Denji's just right person in the wrong spot in this
Yeah,
scenario.
it's pretty messed up though.
It is. It's very messed up, but also I get her motivations here. She wants her cat back.
Yeah, it's
I
more or
mean,
less like you. It's like you want to mad at her, but at the same time you're like, she's doing this for the cat. I'm not even totally that mad at her. It's bad what she did to Denji, but at least she's not doing it for selfish reasons. At least. Because like as much as people say like, oh well, fiends and devils, they're like, because Aki basically had this iteration like we should not be trusting these devils and stop trying to be friendly with them, stop trying to be like cool and try to have sympathy for them. These things are monsters and they need to be eradicated. It's actually funny because he says that. I think Denji was thinking in his head like, wow, so like maybe Aki had a point. Maybe I should trust these things.
yeah.
It's just so interesting and like okay, so Denji ends up waking up and the Bat Devil was like literally squeezing him like a lemon, and as the Bat Devil was about to devour his blood, he goes, "Ugh, this human tastes awful," but it was enough to regrow his arm back because, like we said, devils are able to restore their energy or their like arms, limbs, any kind of like injury by just devouring blood, and that's how they survive. And it's pretty messed up too because like uh Power's like, okay, so I got you the human that you wanted, so can I have my cat back? And he's like, no. And she just swallows the cat whole. And I'm just like, wow, so she did all of that. And the Bad Devil was just gonna screw her over anyway.
Dude, that was kind of heart wrenching, honestly. Like
It
I felt
was.
for that. I felt for that poor cat.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cats are sacred.
ain't no type of loyalty or nothing. Just devils just hate on each other. I swear they do.
It's an interesting peek into the devil world, though, and gives an
Mhm.
expectation for how other devils may act in the future.
Yeah, because like there is barely any camaraderie when it comes to devils, fiends in general, like hybrids, whoever. Like they will screw each other over just so they'll either get what they want or just cause as much chaos as they want to. Which is actually what ends up happening because like um the Bat Devil, basically like, hey, okay, since I'm basically back to full health, I'm gonna go destroy it and just eat a bunch of other humans to get the bad taste of Denji's blood out of my mouth. And it was just really just disturbing because this thing talks about devouring children and just it was just this thing needs to be stopped. And so lucky for Denji, he was able to grab a
It's
hold of
almost
both
like
of
he was
them.
like, "Oh man, the edgier and creepier the meal is, the better it tastes."
Yeah, that was most disturbing. I was like, wow, like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, no, I agree with that.
My
But
favorite buffet
luckily,
is an orphanage.
but oh, and I did forget because there was like a mini flashback with Power bonding with the cat. Um, basically, Power was just running around like a naked barbarian savage that was just, I guess, devouring whatever Power could eat. And then she
I
meets the
think
cat and like,
I
oh yeah, I'm gonna feed you, I'm gonna make you big and strong so I can eat you later on. But has a really good bond with this cat, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep you.
the more I look at that scene, I don't see it as just like a random thing. It seems to be like a scene from much earlier on in So's life for the typical devil, just carefree, running, doing whatever hell they want, and
Hmm.
then the humans came along, they started hunting them. Well, because the devils wanted to drink their blood, but it's a whole different thing. We're not going to talk about it. Didn't
Right.
happen. So, yeah, just pointing out. I think that's typical devil life.
Yeah.
Run around, play with cats, be naked. I don't know.
The life of a devil.
Yeah.
As we see the life, as we see the devil just prancing around on its prey, the bat devil eats the flesh and devours very, very slow. But anyway, the so Denji managed to grab a hold of the Bat Devil by the leg, I think, while he's flying off somewhere to cause more chaos in the city. And Denji's like, no way. And actually, no, wait, I did miss something. He also ends up devouring Power as well, the Bat Devil. And we're like, crap, like didn't she do something? Like he's like, no, I gotta save Power so I can get my field. Damn it! And so he wraps up his chest and goes Chainsaw Man again. And this fight was very, very chaotic because like there was a lot of collateral damage. Um, I know Denji and the Bat Devil had went through a building where a woman was just mind her own business, and next thing you know, a monster comes crashing down, and she's just like, I just wanted to go home and just relax after a long day of work. I didn't need this.
I
Oh
promise I
man,
didn't mean to do any of this. I promise it wasn't my fault.
right? I'm just doing my job. Like, it's like, I can can only imagine like the insurance that people have to deal with these devils running around. Hmm. But they don't exist here. And so
Man,
like
all states probably making a killing over there, I bet.
oh yeah, most definitely, yeah. I would not be surprised.
What's making a killing, Clarissa?
All state?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
With Allstate.
That was a really good fight too. That's the first, I think, real like Bat Demon, I think, is the first like real knockdown drag out that we have so far,
It
right?
is, because in episode 1, I don't count it as a real fight because he just learned about the power and he's kind of wild and going by instinct. But this is the
Yeah.
first time he's using the power of his own free will and like with planning and everything, you know. Well,
Mhm.
okay, not planning, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Just in general, just like fighting and like just trying to figure out how to get rid of this thing as soon as
Exactly.
possible.
Yeah.
And what also is interesting is that like we said, Denji is not the hero type. Like he'll tell you to run and don't be stupid and run, but like as far as like him caring about like I guess the civilians, he doesn't really care. I mean, he at least gives some effort to try and at least be like, hey, like they need
It is less I feel that he doesn't quote unquote care, more of he just doesn't think about it in the moment.
right,
It doesn't occur to him because he's never had so much power that he ever had to like worry about, knocking over an apartment building and killing everyone inside. He's only ever
right,
like, oh, well, I have my chainsaw, I'll cut a demon in half, and there we go. And now he's like, oh shit, now I actually kind of have to watch out.
yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
And that it gets addressed later, too.
it does. Um,
So, yeah, so we've got this huge, just street wrecking fight going on.
yeah, just
Is that about the time when he gets the car thrown at him?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that was just amazing. And then like at the end where he like finishes the Bat Devil off was just a chef's kiss. Just blood and guts everywhere. And what I also love is that we have to address this. Like Denji basically goes on like a kind of a tangent and saying like, you know, I've gone through some stuff because the Bat Devil's asking like, how are you still alive after all that thrashing and beating or whatever? And he's like, I've been nothing but patient, going through a lot of crap in my life. All I want to do is just cop a freaking field.
And that's when you realize this entire thing is because he wants to cop a field.
Yes.
I told my friend that last week that this entire episode happened because Denji wanted to cop a field. And Power tried to
Yes.
use that to get her own way. But she ended up getting double crossed, and it kind of sucks.
Well, I mean, that did make her actually think about things.
Yeah.
Because what was it she said? Like when he eats the cat or whatever, she's like, now I understand what it feels like when she was talking about him
Yeah.
not being able to pet Pochita anymore.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
she's like, wow, now I kind of understand that pain. And in the flashbacks, she's really weirded out by it so much that there's that part in episode 4. I'm just going to jump to that a little bit just to reference it. The part in episode 4 where she like runs and trips.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But like this is where it really kind of first unlocked. And I just thought that was an interesting bit.
It is. It is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
So of course, Denji manages to finish up the Bat Devil in episode 3. Since we're both basically doing the episode for both of them, we'll just like go do episode 4
makes a
and then we do
glorious bloody mess.
Oh yeah, totally.
And it's such
And-
an easy transition from 3 to 4.
Oh yeah, totally. Because like we could just do our final thoughts on both the episodes when we get done.
Yeah.
So it's the aftermath, and of course, Power is of course thinking about having flashbacks, like Carissa said in episode 4, and Power was contemplating it because like as soon as she like holds the cat, she's like, blood feels nice and warm, but after a montage of her just devouring a whole bunch of like animals just everywhere, like cows, bears, just anything she get her hands on that she can devour its blood, she'll take it.
It's like she goes Toriko mode or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a really good reference, and I need to like go back and read more of Toriko because I actually like.
I know, that's just what I think of: muscling person, just like holding part of a whole animal.
Right. So pretty much at the aftermath, the next time that Power opens her eyes, she sees Denji, and the cat is safe. By the way, thank God the cat is safe, y'all. We didn't lose the cat. Cat's good.
And that's very important to this entire story.
Yes. And and of course, like Power's like, well, why did you save me? He's like, what do you mean why I saved you? Because you still owe me a field cop. Okay, like I didn't forget. So you did all that just for a cop the fields? Like, yeah. It's like
And Seeds called him an idiot, saying that was a waste or something like that.
it is. But of course, she's like, you know what? Fine, you deserve the Copperfield. And before I even get to the part, I have to say, I know initially most people's reaction would be like a shocking, oh my god moment. But for me, I laughed my ass off when this happened because of his face and reaction when it happens. So he's like, yeah, the Copperfield. And next thing you know, his arm is just getting destroyed, and he goes from a happy smiley face to like a oh.
Okay, so my reaction to that wasn't your reaction of like laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a really? That's what's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
We're just gonna continuously block him from experiencing what he wants. That's hilarious. But
It's like man, I just can't he just can't catch a break.
I was also at that moment wondering, will he grow his arm back or will the chainsaw regenerate him or something in the future? And I was like, uncertain how to handle that. Luckily, we get an answer at the end of the episode, which we'll talk about there.
But I mean, to be fair, when he got revived by Vegeta in episode 1, he did lose an eye, and the eye that he lost got regenerated back when he was reborn as the Chainsaw Man. So
right, but he was reborn
it's
at that point. He's not reborn now. He's born
right.
again.
But I'm guessing what it is that maybe because he's part devil, he can kind of regrow limbs, possibly if he's able to, I guess, chainsaw up. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So yeah, the reason why Denji lost an arm, hand, what? Yeah. Oh,
It was like forearm up he lost.
Yeah. Was because of this creature that is basically the Leech Devil, and basically this Leech Devil is a woman scorned because the Bat Devil that Denji killed last episode was her boyfriend, and now she wants revenge. She's like, "Oh, that you killed my man? Okay, Okay, I got you then. I got you. Okay. I'm gonna take care of you then. But what was interesting though was that like the leech devil was like, you know what? You're kind of cute, so I think I'm gonna let you go. And then he's like, wait, could you let them go? I kind of like laughed a little bit because I'm like, you blew my arm off. Like, why would I be okay with just letting go because you just think I'm cute? Oh, you cut my arm off. The hell?
Yeah, but that wasn't his reaction. He was all like, "If they go, I guess I don't have to worry about you." That was his legit.
Right. That's the reason why me and Denji are two completely different people because I'm like, so like you blew my arm off. No, and ate it. No, I'm no, give my arm back. And so like, and he's like, well, I guess we're fighting then because of course the leech devil was like, oh no, they're getting eaten. I'm gonna kill them. And he's like, wish you hadn't said that. Now we gotta fight. And so when Denji tries to rev up his chest to turn the Chainsaw Man, he wasn't able to quite get it going the way he thought because only the chainsaw was like slightly coming out of his head. It wasn't the full thing. I'm guessing because he just was out of energy. He just exerted all his power fighting the Bat Devil. So of course he's not gonna be able to strong enough to fight this Leech Devil right here.
Yeah.
And it's like a weird double-edged sword where it's like he can turn the Chainsaw Man, but it's like if he doesn't, I guess, have enough strength to do it again, if say another devil were to appear after the initial devil that he fought dies, then he's kind of screwed. It's like I just fought a devil like 5 minutes ago, and you want me to fight somebody else immediately after? Come on!
Look, man, he can't catch a break.
Cannot catch a break. Mm-mm. But Denji definitely gave this Leech Devil the works. He may not have been able to beat this thing, but he tried his best. I will give him that. And then like what was interesting though was that like the Leech Devil was asking like why are you even doing this? And he's like, I'm trying to cop a field. And Leech Devil's like, ugh, gross. Like, I hate people who have disgusting dreams like you do or whatever. And he's like, shut up, woman. Like, my dreams are just good as anybody else's dreams or whatever. Cause like people who have dreams of wanting revenge, wanting to take their family, each to go from Bleach, blah blah blah. Listen, my dreams matter too, damn it. I find this whole thing hilarious and
All dreams matter, Anthony. All
exactly,
dreams matter.
exactly, exactly.
So the fight, though, that was a really well done fight that they had between him and the
It really though.
what do you call it? The Lits, you said? That's the name of it?
Bleach Devil, yep.
Yeah, that was a really well done fight, I gotta say. Like,
Yes.
10 out of 10 would watch again.
Oh, most definitely. Carissa, thoughts?
What?
Oh, I wanted to know what Carissa's thoughts of the fight was.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Oh, it was a good one. Because I was finishing a Coca-Cola.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, it was a real good fight. I thought it was cool that he was kind of quick to adapt, and he's like, I only have this tiny amount out because I have so little blood.
Mm-hmm.
But he used it. He's like, it's just enough to get in and hit those veins. So I'm putting. So he's like, hey, I can also punch really hard because I'm a demon. I have demonic strength. Like I have devil strength, so I can
hit really, really hard.
Yeah. He is stronger than we are led to believe anyway.
Definitely.
Yeah, I love the I think my favorite instance in it was actually when Kane saw and then he gets slapped away and then just runs down the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And before Denji get a chance to really like try to, I guess, finish off the Leech Devil in some manner, I didn't really know how understand what was going to
I think
happen.
he was gonna. I think he was just gonna go for the brain with a headbutt.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Leech Devil just basically uses her tongue to like just pretty much donut Denji. That's basically what happened, like straight through the stomach. And you're just like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. And like before the Leech Devil even get a chance to even like devour Denji, Aki comes in with the clutch and puts his fingers together and in the shape of a dog, utters the word "Kon," and this big freaking demonic, like wolf-looking thing just in one freaking chomp just chomps the Leech Devil.
Just like
And
appears.
yes. And then the giant beast demon is like, um this devil is can I swallow? And Aki's like, yeah, you can go ahead. And just disappears into like a thick of smoke. And the rest of I guess this is basically the rest of the squad for the public safety division 4. I believe, yes, division 4. There's four there. Well, including Aki, is four of them. A girl named Kobeni, uh, and the girl with the eye patch. Her name is Himeno. I might get her name mixed up. Hold on. Himeno, and I forgot the guy's name because I know it's four of them. But yeah, the base of the rest of the squad's here to save Denji and Power.
Yep.
You'll get to learn more about them, about the rest of the squad in the coming episodes.
That's what I'm waiting for, is to see the rest of his characters that are in the opening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm very
Well, and you know,
interested
as
to learn more.
Trust me, you'll get to know them. There, some very interesting stuff happens. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's good.
Yep. So basically, what happens is that Denji wakes up in the hospital after they pretty much like clear all the stuff that's going with the Bat Devil slash Leech Devil battle and whatnot. And he wakes up and Aki tells him like, "Oh yeah, we found your arm and it was able to reattach it. Thanks to you being part devil, it was able to instantly heal on its own." And of course, Aki's still like not really being fully okay with Denji, but he slowly is coming to accept him somewhat because he actually figures out that Power was actually betraying. We're gonna turn on Denji, and Denji actually ends up covering for her because he tells her like, "Oh, we got attacked by the Bat Devil, and it just got to the point where we had to go to like the city, and which was not even a part of the area they were supposed to cover. So they went off area to defeat this devil. And so so Denji basically covered for power. And if the public safety was to find out that this happened, not only would power be eliminated, but also Denji for covering for her. So Aki basically does Denji a favor by saying that, listen, I know what you did. I know you covered for power. I'm gonna let this go and go on with your plan of whatever excuse you had for her or whatever. If you do me this one favor, just follow my orders and just do what I say. I'll let it slide. Just do this one favor for me, and I'll let you both off the hook. And he's like, I guess I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. It's the best course of action at that point.
Yeah, because I know that initially, people weren't really like feeling Aki because how he treated Denji back in episode 2, which I can understand that because you're just like, who's this this jerk that's just going around just like punching people and threatening them because they want to join public safety like for their own reasons, especially like Denji's answer. So, but you'll slowly start to see that Aki is just trying to slowly but surely change, but for the better. And this is like one of the examples of that. Because he could have easily have just told Makima that like they totally were gonna like try to lie and say that like, Power was gonna like beat Denji's bat demon and just, lie about it and everything. But he didn't do that.
Well, he knows snitches get stitches, right?
I mean, yeah, but like, I mean,
I'm just throwing it out there.
After like, do you really want to mess with someone who can summon a literal demon dog with just holding his fingers a certain way?
No.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's not really too worried about that.
Nah, not really. I don't think so anyway.
And we also learn a very crucial part to this. So apparently, humans can make contracts with devils. Well, we already knew that already. But with this one particular, with Aki, in order to summon that demon dog you saw earlier in the episode, or that demon wolf giant, I don't know what it was exactly because I completely forgot. He gave this thing a bit of his flesh in order to summon it. So like, oh yeah, like I give a little bit of my flesh. You just come and you just do my bidding basically.
Well, and specifically, he said it eats. I have to let it eat part of me. It was just skin this time.
Yeah, skin this time. So it could be like something more later down the line. It could be a leg. It could be an arm. It could be.
It could be anything.
Or a family jewel. Well, the family jewel that's actually functioning.
Yeah, I mean, the cost of using that demon is way too high, I think.
It really is, yeah.
Like, okay, I get a skin today, but yeah, look at tomorrow. What will it be?
It could be like a whole leg for all I know.
Exactly. Or I mean, yeah, it could be your eye. It could be a lot of things. It's just, it doesn't seem worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, any final thoughts on this, or?
On Aki or just in the episode in general?
On the episode.
Oh, it's amazing.
Agreed.
Love
Yeah.
the episode.
It's definitely my favorite to do thing on Tuesday nights now is to watch this when it comes out.
Chainsaw Tuesdays, baby.
That needs to be a hashtag. We should make that a thing.
It's probably already the thing.
We should go look into that and see if it's not. If it isn't, we're
Right.
gonna claim
If it's
credit
not,
for it
we're
right now.
definitely taking credit for that.
Yeah. You heard it here first at Animated Classified, everyone. Don't let the rest of the world fool you.
Right. So basically, I know that after Aki leaves Denji's room, you see Power. She's basically handcuffed because yeah, you kind of basically almost got one of your allies in the public safety killed for your actions. So of course they're going to be kind of like, nah, we're not letting you go off the hook just that easily. And Aki ends up going to meet with Makima to discuss the stuff that happened in the Bat Devil / Leech Devil battle. And basic covers for Denji and Power, he said earlier he was going to do. Makima says that, you seem to taking a quiet liking to Denji or whatever, and he's rubbing off on you. He's like, no, he's not. He's definitely not doing that. He's totally doing that.
He's doing it. He's doing the thing that we didn't think he could do.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening.
Yeah. And so, we get this really, I gotta tell you, the episode hit its stride in this one instance where we just see, Aki just waking up, doing, the menial chores around the house, basically, and getting himself ready, for the day, getting coffee together, getting coffee ready, brushing his teeth, just washing clothes, just getting himself basically ready for the day.
Yeah.
And it's shot so beautifully. It's like, wow, they Mappa put their soul into this animation.
Oh, dude, this is a really well done anime in general. I mean, animation, I feel, is really top notch here.
Facts. And then it's just kind of funny because Denji was like, why are you up this early? It's just the normal routine for him. He just does this every day. That's just how he just operates.
It's a thing.
And then, yeah. And so, Aki's making dinner, and Denji asks, what are we having? He said, oh, we're having curry. He's like, nice, awesome. And while and also while Aki is preparing dinner or whatever, they hear a loud banging on the door, and they're just like, what's that? And they're just looking. Notice also
before you say who it is, I want to hear what y'all thought of who it would be.
That's a good question.
Who would you expect it to be at that point? Before the door is blown down and we see who's on the other side.
I'm gonna take a guess and say Power.
Clarissa, what do you think? Clarissa.
Hello.
Muted for something. Anyway, yeah, I figured it'd be Power because that's exactly the kind of exact kind of thing she would do.
Yeah, no, I mean,
pounding on the door.
See, I thought it was Power, but I also thought it'd be some random new devil there to do some shenanigans. Which I guess Power is a random devil there to do random shenanigans. I mean,
in this world, I wouldn't even be surprised if it was.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, can we just notice that we're slowly still getting hints that the whole Denji being a dog thing has really shown like little by little in each episode, because we've noticed Denji's walking on all fours when he's like about to approach the door. You noticed that, right? You saw that, right? Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we're slow, like while Puchita was, his dog in a way. Now we kind of see him trying to take those attributes from Pochita and acting like a dog somewhat. Just as Makima said earlier, like that she gonna treat Denji like a dog basically. But so Power barges into the door, and they're like, "What?"
And everyone's
And
just like, "Why are you here?"
and so like while the chaos is going on in the background, freaking Aki's like on the phone with Makima, and he's like, why the hell is she in my house? And Makima's like, I feel like she might be better off living with you, basically. Like, she can't stay here. I mean, and, run around the office and stuff. Like, we can't have that. So, yeah, she's going to stay with you and Denji. And you're just like, what? Okay. It's like, okay.
Also, the whole time he's on the phone with her, Denji and Power are running around the house arguing and fighting with each other like a pair of chaotic 11-year-olds.
Yes. it's like Aki's
It's
basically their
true.
babysitter, basically. And you're just like, he's just like, get these kids out of my house.
It's like that scene in Snakes on a Plane.
God help him if he ever has to take him to McDonald's.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
I want a Happy Meal. No, I want a Happy Meal. I don't need a Happy Meal. I want the toy.
Yeah.
Oh, and we just get a montage of just Power just being just the worst roommate ever. She's clogging the toilet. She ain't bathing. She's just
And seeing Fluffin or anything.
nothing. And
I
then
mean, it's
she's
probably the first time she's lived inside before, right?
right.
Maybe. We don't know that for certain yet.
Oh no, this confirmed because like before all this, Power was just like just living in the wild, just devouring any animal that she sees and is able to get her hands on.
Yeah, no, that's true. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you get one part of the episode where like Power is like upset because like she didn't like the vegetables and she just starts making a mess and just ruining the curry. Denji's like, don't be throwing all these vegetables here. Do you know how hard these farmers had to do to get this stuff made? And you're just throwing it around like it's nothing? How dare you?
Dude, this is more proof that Denji is by far the best character in the world because he eats his veggies.
Right. That part. Put some respect on Denji's name, y'all.
See, parents, anime is good for you. It will teach you to eat your vegetables.
Indeed.
Unless you listen to Power, and then it won't.
Yeah.
Right.
But we here at Anime Secrets recommend you listen to Denji.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Denji will show you the way. Oh, I'm sorry.
He knows
The way.
He knows the way.
I'm bringing it back. Let me stop. So, before the episode ends, Denji is unclogging the toilet and just cleaning it because of Power's disgusting habits. And she's walking in, and Denji's like, you crap devil, get away from me. How dare you make me clean this bathroom up. You disgust me. And Power's like, you do know I'm here to, reap the benefits of the reward that you're supposed to get, right? And she goes to the door and sits on the toilet while of course, she's putting the seat covers down because she won't fall in the toilet, whatever. And she's like, yeah, like, I will give you the pleasure of copping the field, not one, not two, but 3 times.
But see,
One, oh, sorry, let me go ahead. Let me finish this first.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
One, for saving my cat. Two, for save basically helping me get like save me or whatever. And three, I think, yeah, it saved the cat, getting rid of the bat devil for her, and then saving her after the lich devil tried to kill her and the cat. So what were you gonna say, Riz?
I was gonna say, like, I appreciate her honoring the deal. I really, truly appreciate her doing that. But did she have to choose that moment? And did she have to choose to sit on the toilet that he's unclogging?
Right.
Like,
You
that's
didn't
not
wash your hands?
that's not the
Of
most
course she did.
like that's not the most appropriate venue for
'Cause she's
sexy
a
time. Right. No, I get she's a chaos gremlin maniac, but also the fact that Denji was salivating at that prospect in the bathroom, while I get he's a hormonal teenager, while I get he's touch starved, while I get all of that. In the words of the famous Mr. Cleveland Brown, that's just nasty.
yeah, but
Yes.
worse has happened in worse bathrooms.
No, I know, but it's just an odd
It just
choice.
we're just too clean, and we just don't like the whole the aspect of the nastiness, because we're just like, yeah, we understand Denji as a character, but at the same time, it's still gross. But we
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah,
Oh, I got it wrong actually. It was actually because he had her back about the whole thing with Aki saying, like, basically power was covered, with being Denji was covering for power.
yeah,
That's the third reason why she is giving a third Copperfield moment,
yeah.
because originally she was actually gonna like not let him do it, but she said, you know what, you earned it, you earned three, so I'm gonna let you do it, and
Now,
the episode ends.
this is where the episode ends, and I'm gonna make y'all a prediction. I get a feeling episode 5 will open with some new shenanigans happening before he can cop a feel.
It's possible with how this story goes.
The
You
way
never
with
know.
his luck, that seems like the most appropriate thing to happen next to him is for some random devil to appear and just cause mayhem and be another gremlin for them to deal with, and he never gets to cop a feel, and it becomes a running gag throughout the rest of the anime.
That's a very very good prediction, actually, a theory.
Hell yeah. Look at that. Riz can have good theories.
Because like I've said before, in this world, I would not be surprised if any of that even happened.
Yeah, no.
Given how frequent devils are, especially how devils operate and how they are essentially born through fear alone, is just enough to be like, yeah, I don't live on this planet anymore.
Yeah.
So, thoughts on these two episodes as a whole?
I am greatly amused and entertained, and I love Power and Denji.
Yeah.
I am also a huge fan. I love Power and Denji. I love the general dynamic. It's real funny that what do you call it? Aki has to deal with these two now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Poor
mean,
Aki.
well, I mean,
Real well interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can't wait to see more.
Yeah.
Same.
But y'all know we have to wait another whole week now because as of
Oh,
this
dang.
recording, it is Star Tuesday, and so we gotta wait until next Star Tuesday now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah. We're actually doing Chainsaw Man on a Tuesday, just as the episode aired on Tuesday.
That's our thing. And then I release on Thursday because yes.
Yes. Hey, it got made. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Ingrates.
It's like by the time it gets actually like uploaded, they're like, wait, but didn't y'all do this Tuesday? It doesn't matter. It still got uploaded, okay?
Yeah. Things happen. We have schedules, and this is where
Exactly.
it falls.
We have lives, okay? We're not actually part of the public safety. We're not out here actually fighting devils. Like I work a 9 to 5, okay?
Yeah. But yeah, those are my thoughts, Anthony. This is a great anime so far. I'm greatly enjoying it. It's nice to have an anime that I can just watch on a weekly basis on Crunchyroll again.
Oh
Because
yes.
for the longest time, I don't know what it's been about the anime in the last like 2-3 years. There haven't been many that have really struck me as interesting enough to want to watch.
Well, I mean, for me, there was a couple out there that I wasn't genuinely enjoying. It was just the fact that after it ended, I'm just like left with nothing. It's like I need something to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, I get that, different strokes for different people, like we all like different things. But man, I tell you, I'd look at the listings and I'd be like, okay, do I really want to see an anime entitled something to the effect of my boyfriend is a alien from some random thing or whatever, like isekai title? I don't know. I saw like it's all the same kind of thing now, I feel like.
There are a lot of isekai animes, especially like the ones where like it's either somebody is like transported to the world, or is like just the most outlandish, or just a guy who just meets a whole bunch of harem of women, and it's just like they're all fighting over him, and he's just too nervous to even do anything about it. I'm like, dude, had it been me, I've been all over all of them.
Yeah.
If they want to, consensually now. I'm obviously because I'm all about consent. So yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. Anyway, that's all I had to say for this episode. Do y'all have any closing thoughts on this?
I definitely will give these two episodes definitely a 5 out of 5. Like these were just top notch episodes, and I'm glad that like we decided to do this like these episodes back to back because the way it was structured, it felt like because this was actually an entire arc, by the way. It's actually called the Bat Devil arc, believe it or not.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah. And you guys want to know how much the episodes of episode 1 through 4 did for Chainsaw Man from volume to volume?
How much?
We've covered volume 1 and only half of volume 2.
And how many volumes total? 12?
Like 12, I think, or 11.
Yeah. Okay.
So
We
like
saw
we're not
some.
even scratching the surface yet. It's still more to go.
So we'll probably get a season 2 at some point, followed by season 3 to cover it all. And by that point,
Most
there's more volume.
definitely. I'm gonna make a prediction now. Judging by how it's only up 12 episodes, and they're covering about half of the volumes, I'm gonna say they're probably gonna finish around volume 6 or maybe 7. I'll maybe 5, maybe up to 5. I want to say.
Okay. That
Yeah.
that seems legit.
Be interesting, and it sounds like they'll have plenty of content to work with too.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
most
definitely. All right. Well, Anthony, I guess I'll do the honors of closing us out.
Go right ahead.
We are Anime Declassified, hosted by AnimeSecrets.org. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Check out our Instagram and Twitter and Facebook pages. Obviously, check out AnimeSecrets.org for all your needs in the world of anime, tokusatsu, video game reviews, and now Fandom Toy Box, where we can show you all of our awesome collectibles and toys and mechs and whatever else we want to collect, and give you guys in-depth reviews on everything we have. So definitely stay tuned and keep on listening. And thank you guys all out. And have a good night.